we are here for at least 2 games. I think I, I it's one of those things. I have no sense on whether this will be the last Stanley Parable stream or not. I don't. I know of one thing that's like left to do that like has presented itself to me, right? And that's these collectibles in here. And I'm curious what happens if we get them. Beyond that, I have no idea what else this game has to show me. So we'll figure it out that way. I mean, I guess I could do I have been tipped off. I am aware now of the that mini game thing with like the button and the baby. I could sit there and do that, but I don't hate myself enough. At least not today. So we'll play this. We'll do the collectibles. We'll see if anything happens. I could totally see nothing happening by us when we get the collectibles here. That being an option. But we'll find out. Enter current time. Oh, we're definitely not playing at that one time anymore. So 6:27. Nope. PM. How do I? Oh, there we go. 6:27 p.m. Wait, what's going on? What happened to the 9:34 p.m. routine? This is good. So we're continuing. We had obviously the 2 streams prior to this. We started somehow the game. We started playing at exactly 9:34. Totally didn't know that was. It's funny because I was rethinking about this. I think at the time I was like, oh, 9:34 sounds familiar. Like I did that before. But there was a chance in my head I was like, oh, it's probably like a couple minutes off or whatever. So when that happened, that was pure like fucking shock. It's very strange, and I did not coordinate it to do that. There's no way in hell I'd know or remember or care, honestly. What happened to the 9:34 p.m. routine? Are you not doing that anymore? Did you forget about your routine of only playing games at 9:34 p.m.? Or are you just spicing things up a bit, trying out a new time? Maybe 9:34 p.m. was starting to feel stale. Maybe you wanted to take a walk on the wild side and try playing games at 6:27 p.m. for a change. Tell you what, let's use another slider to find out. What is your reason for playing at a different time? Between experimenting and forgot about the routine, those are 2 wildly different things. It's almost neither. Which then you would put right in the middle, but that seems lame. It seems like the game would say something if I didn't move the needle an inch either direction. Experimenting? I guess it would be closer to... Because I didn't forget about the routine, but there wasn't a routine in the first place. Experimenting. I'll put it like right there. But you know, can I just say, regardless of why you're playing at a different time than usual, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones up. Let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Oh man, now do I have to play a 4th time? Do I have to do a 4th stream of this? Oh yeah, we have this. Oh, see, yeah, this intro. I almost forgot because we're technically in the... Alright, so yeah, like I said, the only thing I know of that I can do is I can wander around aimlessly to see if anything else I haven't seen or I know the collectibles, and then I know the baby click a button thing, which I'm not going to do. But the collectibles I want to do. Now, the thing about the collectibles, I don't know, I forget how much more I needed to get, and I forget where they are, but I think we can go to that conference room whenever and see the hints to it, so I think we'll be alright.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk. I guess I shouldn't skip this. We'll just let it's not long. We'll just always let it play when we boot this game up. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Stanley Parable 2. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or still have the balloons. Hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. Or what if we get the collectibles, see whatever happens from that, and then we just close the game and then reboot it to see what else it could say? Is that in bad taste? Also, isn't there... Now I'm really curious. Isn't there a trophy? Click on door 435 times. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. I thought there was a trophy for 430. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. Yes. No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I mean, if we must. 20 more or 15 more? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. I feel like I'm being played. 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. No. I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417? 20 clicks on 417? Where's 417? "20 clicks on 417? Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. 417. 417. 415. 416. Where's 417? Oh no.
I'm not. Oh, 417. Here, I was like, Jesus. Okay. 20?
Okay, great. Now, go touch the bucket on door 437 a few times.
437? Oh, I'm massively being debated, aren't I? 437, you said? I can't keep track of numbers. 437. 437.
Yes, now we're getting somewhere. How about door 415? Give it some bucket love.
415. Some bucket love? Have the lines changed because I've got a bucket? Where's 415? Make sure I didn't pass it. Oh boy. Oh, 415.
Now back to door number 437.
This game is just take like 437. He said again. Where was that? I don't have any remembrance. Oh.
You know, I think the copy machine needs some attention. Why don't you rub the bucket on it a bit?
The copy machine, this?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
417.
Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk.
Employee 419. Oh my god.
Yes, this is great. Now the bucket knows exactly what it's like to be employee 419. Now, let's introduce it to door 416. We've almost got it. Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again.
I do like how the lines have changed because we've got the bucket in our hand now.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on door 430. Yes! We did it! Wow! That felt amazing. You know, not all buckets will get this kind of experience.
I know what the game is doing to me. It's trying to make me feel like a fucking idiot because I read the trophy description and then wanted to get the trophy. I get it. What is this? 8? Super go outside. This is like don't play for 10 years. Oh boy. Speed run. Complete it in under some amount of time. Test trophy, please ignore. For the entirety, I think it says of Tuesday or something. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna go to the meeting room, I think, and then see the rules, the hints for finding the collectibles, because I need to see that.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I mean, the game says there will be a reward for finding them all. Stop kidding yourselves. I want them so much. Lies. There will be cleaning of this wall required. Okay, is it just 2 left? Somewhere both red and blue. And then stairs, something to do with stairs. Now we can't go back now, can we? So we'll have to just press forward. Trust the completionist instinct. I don't think I went and read through this. Why don't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation in this room may feel pointless, to be honest. Weird spinning figurines. Why floating magnets? Magic? Dreaming? Training exercise by management? Okay, something to do with stairs. I mean, the red and the blue, I think there was at some point, I think early on in the playthrough that we had, I think there was that red and blue door is a thing that immediately I would assume it's talking about. So we'll have to find where that is. And towards the beginning of when I was playing this game, I think I was going through the wrong door at that left and right choice. So I think that's where red and blue is going to be. Stairs, something to do with stairs. I don't know exactly, but we're stuck going this way. So I'll check to see if there's a staircase, and then we'll look around and just go from there. Did I get any endings today? I mean, I've only been playing for what, like 15 minutes or so? So no. The answer is no. Unless you count the trophy. I got the trophy, a trophy for clicking on a door a couple times, and then I got sent around the place. But that wasn't really like an ending. Alright, I'm going to look for a staircase.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no...
Wait, isn't there a staircase here?
If I did, you coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, baby.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
Can't wait.
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Figure annulines. Figlets. Alright, should I go down through here? Or go back through the boss's thing? I guess through here.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred.
Oh, this is the weird thing where we keep repeating.
He thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I don't like this.
He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
Oh,
someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
Someone else's bucket.
This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were
It's
repeating,
spooky.
which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's
my bucket!
Me, the bucket! Could it truly
Mr.
be?
Bucket.
He rushed forward from room to room, passing by
buckets.
one bucket after the next. None of them were
buckets!
his. None of them were his special bucket.
Oh, God.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Bucket.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
She's holding a
But on this
bucket now.
particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the
True
world could
bucket
be,
ending.
Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Good. Alright, I think we reset. Yeah. Okay. Let's find that last figurine. Red and
all of his co-workers
blue.
were gone.
Red and blue doors. I'm thinking.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
I'm just gonna go
the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling.
I'm gonna go the direction I
him
think
that
those
the
doors are at.
Lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
I want to say
the bucket turned out to be correct. Was this better?
I want to say it's like the catwalk area, and then that door that you can fall down to.
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I didn't.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
See, I want to say it's probably either there or there. I just don't know which. So we're gonna guess.
Good, said the bucket.
Good.
Now ride the lift.
Now
all the way
ride
to
the
top.
lift.
There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
Actually, I'm gonna go
He was
this
firmly
door
convinced
first.
that the bucket had
I have a
spoken
change
to
of thought.
him,
I think
and
it's this way.
He unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly. Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh, there's the bucket. Nice. Some nice bucket paintings. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press that to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press that to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Does that cup of that mug say I like my coffee just like my bucket something? I can't read it well. Back to work. Oh, wrong button. I pressed left again.
Try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Press square for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket.
I
This
do love the
stupid
bucket.
hunk of metal.
The bucket is nice. Press X to ignore anyone in your life except for me, Mr. Bucket.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Yeah, it's a lowly bucket. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press left to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
Oh, he's starting to love the
like
bucket,
it would
too.
be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press that to relive this same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Because it's a good bucket. Press up to go home to work, to home to work, to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings.
What the fuck is happening?
The bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do
What the
anything
fuck?
it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
We're going into the bucket,
Perhaps
Colt.
if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Bucket.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Go back to work, Stanley. Oh my God, that was creepy. That creeped me the fuck out. I don't like that. Okay, but that was not where the red and the blue door was.
Were gone. What
So
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. No, said the bucket.
No.
Don't go to the meeting room.
No.
Go somewhere else. The cargo
Okay, I'm
lift,
gonna
yes.
guess it's there, and if it's
Good,
not through
said
here,
the
I'm gonna be
bucket.
upset.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
Gotta make this
It
jump
should have
again.
alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk.
Skill
but
jump.
Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced
100%
that the bucket
skill.
had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is.
It's true, I
and
never actually
isn't
quite learned
a
what
bucket.
is a bucket and what isn't.
Please, step in here for a moment.
Step in where? Oh, that scared the hell out of me. I heard that noise. I'm like, oh no. Do I have to learn what a bucket is? Oh no.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
It's like a game show?
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
I'm gonna say yes. It looks...
Incorrect.
Oh.
It is a hologram of a bucket,
Oh.
not an actual bucket.
Oh, they... I'm such a dum-dum.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
I can't fall for this again, can I? I have any audience to help me?
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
That sounds like it would still be a bucket, if I had to actually guess. I would think that that means it's still a bucket, even if it's 3D printed.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
But who am I to judge? I got it right. I'm gonna say yes. I don't think we'd have 3 no's in a row, right?
Correct. This is a bucket.
Logic. I used logic.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Can I get a closer look at it? Nope. I mean, now we get into what counts as a bucket, right? Could it hold liquid? I'm gonna say yes. Trick question, yes.
Are you hallucinating?
Okay.
This is a tractor. It's an enormous
I got
machine
played.
that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up?
I'm sorry.
Absolutely incredible.
I'm sorry.
Let's just move on to the next one.
I'm sorry.
Is this a bucket?
I hate it.
Correct. This is a bucket.
No explanation? We're just gonna say, yep, that's a bucket? Alright, cool. Love it.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question.
No.
Both. Gotcha.
Wait.
Item... Wait,
I don't
hold
think-
on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket?
No one knows.
Moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Probably.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay. Here we
No,
go.
no, 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 no. No.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Oh, the
Why did
game was a
everything
bucket.
disappear? Wait,
The game's
was
a bucket.
everything a bucket?
Yep, I knew it.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
I'm right.
My God, I had no idea.
I'm the
smartest. Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
That's why I picked
and you,
no.
Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Give me back my
And
bucket.
we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Nice. Okay, so if
All
I...
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm pretty sure
Stanley
the red and
decided to
blue
go to the
doors
meeting
are
room. Perhaps he had
beyond
simply
that
missed a
door
memo.
that I got gated off at. And I would assume that that would keep happening if I pick up the bucket. So for once, since we've had access to the bucket,
When Stanley came
I will
to
not
a
be
set
picking
of
up the
two
bucket,
open doors,
which,
this was not the
honestly,
correct way to the meeting room, and
makes me
Stanley
feel a
knew
little
it perfectly
empty.
Well.
I
Perhaps he
feel
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
as if something is missing in my life without a bucket in the
lounge
little
was
corner of my
sublime,
screen.
A work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Empty. I am empty inside.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
Gotta
story
be skillful,
has been
gotta make
about
this jump.
nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something.
Gamer
Do you
jump.
have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Ooh,
Let me
baby.
prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Baby! Look at this fucking figurine. The last one.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly
Savor
Wiggly.
this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something
My
just
best
for the
gaming
sake of
achievement.
doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all.
Please tell
but
me
that would be
you're
like a
proud of me.
reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Is that it? I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, right?
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the... Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh, darker.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Oh yeah, this room. I forgot about.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Weightless. Not a care in the world. Lights. Warm. Special.
No, wait.
Yep, we're
Where
out
are
of
you
here.
going?
We're out of here, I said. Oh, I gotta do this ending again? Oh no.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
This is so dire. Jesus.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley. No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me. No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for... My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Yep.
That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
I hate this.
I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Okay, so we did the collectibles. I'm curious, what I wanted to see is if the room, the meeting room had... Oh god, do you see that? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, that doesn't look right and I'm already scared.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines.
Oh no.
Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
Oh.
Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your
I'm
entire
scared.
life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
Oh.
Just one more time.
Oh no, it's... Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. To go down there. I'm just trying to make sure there's nothing else new here. Still very good.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Did I pick it up again? Uh-oh. 7 of 6. Oh no. Oh no. We can't have that. That's not possible.
And here was the second Stanley. You found this one all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Should I be picking them up again?
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
That's a very good question. I want to say I found, if I'm thinking, oh boy, this was a while ago. I think I found the bathroom one quite earlier on, especially because we found the one in that warehouse thing, and then right from there was to the boss's place, right? And I think I then found this one. I think that was the order.
Hey, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory.
How could I forget?
But I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything. Let's see, what came next?
Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
What?
Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room,
This is not a
but it's
thing.
here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
We didn't pick up a thing here. What even is this? What is this place? What the hell? I don't like this.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Oh yeah? Love it. Fucking hell, dude. Oh no. All it's missing is like unregistered hypercam 2 in the corner. Compression on it. Yeah, clip art. Just seeing this is worth it.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
So which Stanley did it not count then? Because that pink room wasn't a thing. I don't even have the memory to remember.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible.
What was the last
final
one I
figurine,
found?
right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Perhaps because it was the one that happened more...
Oh, it would have been the warehouse one. The one where I, like, walked across the wooden things. In that, where the lift is. That's where it would have been. So that's weird.
More recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
I wonder if I should have been picking them up again. Who can say? Oh no. Oh god, it's weird. Oh no. This is weird. Oh no. Oh god, see, this is the thing that scares me. This is the type of thing that scares me. Oh boy.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move
This spooks
onward
me.
into the future. Goodbye, memory zone. No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we
Unload.
can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's
Unload.
just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Yeah, let's go backwards. That's fine. Back to the past. We're gonna take you back to the past. To play the shitty games that suck ass.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
We're up to 13. It's great.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember?
Show me the video
we
again,
watched?
please. Yes.
Yes, I love that video.
The video's good. Okay. And then the weird pink room was not a thing.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
What is with this room? This is weird. I'm freaked out. I don't know what this pink room means. I don't want to know, possibly.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
What happens if I go to the warehouse direction? Should I? Is there nothing there? Weird.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
What do you mean, what came before this? No, we're back in the DLC area? Oh, the
Look,
jump
it's
zone.
the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
More memories? Alright. Let's go back to the beginning of the game. That's fine.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Two doors.
Oh, the classics.
Who could have forgotten that? A classic
two doors.
memory, this one.
Left and right. I mean, geez. Yeah. My office.
And before everything else, there was your
course.
office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
My birth.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more
I'm all
good
for
memory?
good memories.
Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Is it truly resetting?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, so one thing I know that I am going to do is, and I saw this because the trophy thing here, there's the speedrun one for, let me see, 4 minutes 22 seconds, not including load times. I think I can, and I think I would have to, it says complete the Stanley Parable. If this is not a debated trophy, right? I think, and I wrote down the 2845 so I remember. I think I just have to do this kind of like path in the time frame. And I think I can do it. But I'm going to have to reset. I'm going to probably reboot the game so I can see the more dialogue at the
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt
at the beginning of the game that it does.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
4 minutes?
To question
Can I do it in
the
4
nature
minutes?
of his job. Why did he feel
Can I
this
be super
now,
fast?
when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
And this is basically, I would assume.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I haven't been keeping track of how long it's taken me to get to this point, so I don't know if I'm really on pace.
Now the monsters jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
I'm gonna have to get like a timer up
one of them,
so I can see
eternally monitoring
if I'm
this
actually
place
close.
Where freedom meant nothing.
Consider this my practice
This
run.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He
I'll be the
refused
fastest
to
Stanley
believe it.
Parable player
He
ever.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Sound of my phone going off. Oh, I'm supposed to fuck, I forgot.
But here was
Damn
the
it, I
proof,
should.
the heart of the operation. Controls
I could have been
labeled
going.
with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again...
Bam. Time. Time.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
That's what you do when you're a speedrunner, right? Time.
Even as the immense door slowly opened,
and time.
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go.
No longer tied down.
Or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Happy. I'm not. All right. Is this where I go then? All right. Start the time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
I think I can't grab the bucket because that delays.
When Stanley came to a set of
me
two
getting
doors, he entered the door on
the
his
ending
left.
part bit there. Like, doesn't it the door like reclose on itself or something?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go.
Look at me
up to his
speedrunning,
boss's
dude.
office.
This
Coming
is
to a
true
staircase,
gamer moment.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
2845. 2845. Can't mess this up. This is the crucial moment
Stepping into his
in the
manager's
run.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I'm sorry.
That kind of anxiety.
I'm
isn't
sorry.
healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with
No.
some calming new age music.
RNG. They're killing the run.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward.
It's fucking bullshit.
Into the opened passageway.
Some big bullshit there. Slamming the button. Just This isn't gonna make it. This isn't gonna make it, is it?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Some the button, some the button, some the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This
is like official record of my
it was too
entry into
horrible
Summer
to
Games Done
believe it
Quick.
couldn't be true. Had Stanley
Let the
really
record
been
show.
under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it.
I
He
refuse, I
couldn't
refuse,
accept
I
it.
refuse.
His own
Ding,
life
ding, ding, ding,
in
ding,
someone
ding, ding,
else's
ding, ding, ding.
control? Never.
Okay,
It was
can't
unthinkable.
fuck this part up.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided...
Time! 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 I don't think it actually counts. I think I have to actually get through. Time! And time!
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He
Time.
had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Let me through.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Time. I'm
Where
just gonna
had
keep
his
yelling time.
co-workers gone?
Time.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Time.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
It's not gonna make it.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Time. Time.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Yes? No?
The feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And he was happy. I didn't get it, did I? That's probably like watching it been like 10 seconds off or something. Bullocks. Okay, I'm gonna check. I'm sure there's probably some technical endings I haven't seen, right? But also, it's gonna get to the point where then it would just be me like looking up potentially, because I tried to do pretty good at seeing as many different things as I could and remembering paths I've taken, paths I haven't taken. So then it would just, if there is stuff I'm missing and it's not like immediately coming to my brain right now, it would be like devolving into me just looking up how to see all the different things, which I would maybe want to do, but potentially on my own time. I think we've done this as like the third stream of this game. I feel like we've seen quite a bit and I was able to do quite a bit on stream, which is obviously what I wanted to do. I'm going to go to PSN profiles for the trophy list here, and I'm going to see of the trophies that I've not gotten. I'm curious to see if they have details. See, there's some that... So it says earn 6 of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to the trophies. Let me see what I haven't gotten. Oh, yeah, there's a platinum for all the other... Well, we're definitely not going to be able to get the platinum because... What is the picture on this one? Oh, I can't really see, but it looks nice. The entire duration of a Tuesday. I think I would just, have to load the game in on, like, the start of a Tuesday and leave it running for 24 hours, probably. and then don't play the game for 10 years. That's amore. Let me go. Is there a guide written for this? There is. Oh, I'm curious about this. So it says, for the speedrun, you might be dreading this stage, which requires a run of the narrator's intended freedom ending within 4 minutes 22 seconds, which I attempted, as you saw. However, this isn't exactly a straightforward run to the finish line, since it isn't actually possible to get this trophy by completing that ending the normal way. The stage will instead require a few runs of the game, some preparatory work before the narrator will get tired of your antics and place you not far from the endpoint, essentially letting you skip a few steps. Oh, so I gotta do a thing. Interesting. This test one. Where is it? This one? Apparently, now that I've found the figurines, I can... If I could find a way back into the hall.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How do I get back into the extra content? Wasn't it this door? I don't know. I'm trying to see. Oh, it says it's missable. Missable? Though you will get this just for pulling the lever on a machine that hands out a free trophy, this is tagged as a collectible trophy because the process of getting is rather more elaborate. In true mocking fashion, the game will have you chasing after a number of miniature Stanley figurines before you can actually operate the machine. It's also considered missable because it's one of the more drawn-out trophies on the list, and deleting your save from the settings menu would mean replaying a sizable chunk of story content. What? Huh? What? Okay, once you've done this, oh. Apparently I gotta do a thing. Let me... Maybe something happens when I quit the menu, it's saying. What? Restart the game. Okay, following that. Apparently I do have to restart the game, so I'm curious enough to figure out, right? Let's do this. I'm curious enough. It's at this point, since I'm not getting the platinum trophy, obviously I'd have to wait 10 years. I'm more curious just about seeing what else this game maybe possibly has to offer. It's the act of what the game gives me on the way to the trophy that I'm more interested in, right? Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Please adjust the slider until the dog and the cat are friends. Get closer. Oh, they're friends. Look at that. Oh, they're big friends. I'd say that's a pretty good friendship. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes 9. I love sliders. Oh. Roman numeral 9? 9? 9. I'm going to do Roman numeral 9. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Which of the two made-up words below is most appealing to me? Occuboinkle or scrumtush? Scrumtush. Occubunkle? Boink? Occuboinkle or scrumtush? I'm going to say I'm leaning more occuboinkle. I do like how it's occu and then boink right there in the middle is pretty good. Please don't adjust. Okay. Do you know what time it is right now? I do. Is the time that is right now? Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Always. What time is it anyway? No. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes. Help. No. Will you come back to visit me? Sure. This is very unsettling. I think I might have to keep closing the game and restarting to get through some of this dialogue stuff. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. What time is it? Game time. Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. Time is a construct. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure. I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can, and I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? It's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. What does it mean? Epilogue. Okay. Ooh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, I'm scared. I'm scared. What's an epilogue to this game? Many years later. Oh no. We've been here before, right? Should I be walking towards the sun? What the fuck? Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh? Hello? Generator? Oh no. Oh no, it's Cookie 9, remember? Posted on April 27th. Well, like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fanbase. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole. Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found that the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from Piss Order 0999. Boblin. Why does that rock stand out? No.
Jim.
Oh, that scared me. Didn't think they were actually going to do anything. Oh, God. The gym scared me. Jim. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs. No more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But its disastrous critical and commercial reception to Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Something aggregate review scores in video games history second. Wait, what's the... Get on the green. Wait, I came from there, right? Okay. Jim. Oh, no more figurines. They're all there. There's more, too. Oh. Well, of course. I mean, why wouldn't I pick them up? Uh-oh. Oh my god. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. Stanley Parable is not sacred. You don't need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead. Try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. The Stanley Parable 3. I really like the last ever Printer Jam. Unforgivable Printer Jam. Temple of Printer Jam. Avoid the Printer Jam. It's gotta be Printer Jam thing. The last ever Printer Jam. That's just too good. The Stanley Parable 3, the last ever Printer Jam. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never die, or end, and nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. What if I say no? I understand. Sometimes we're not ready to move on. That's fine. If you ever change your mind and want to start inventing new sequels, come talk to me. I'll be right here. Oh no. I should have done it, shouldn't I have? Am I going to have to redo that blog? Yep. Alright. Well, fuck me. Damn it. My idiocy. The gall I had to try to buck trends. Well, get comfortable. We'll do this. Listen to this calming music again. walking. I do just be walking. Music getting all out of tune. Creepy. Alright, we're speeding through the epilogue now. The true speed run. Jim. The collectibles are gone. Curious, is there anything else in this room? No. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Great. I'm back, friend. I'm back. Friend! I didn't leave you. Oh, hello. You're back. It's good to see you again. Did you reconsider my idea of inventing new silly subtitles for sequels like the Stanley Parable 3 Nonsense Chemicals? Would you like to start doing that now? Good. Then it's agreed. New sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you that broken trophy, did you? Did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright there. Trophy machine is all fixed. You see? I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself. Forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. It is 7:59. PM. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Again, I turn it up a little more. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Oh, the last ever printer jam. There we go. Beep, beep. Nice. Alright, so we got a new title screen. Fucking great.
This is the story of a man named...
Skip.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So the new content door's open, right? Hiya.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went to get...
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
We're gonna find out.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
See, but now I've got a bucket in my hands.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
My bucket is enjoying this ride.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley. I've just now realized. That bucket you're holding, it's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel.
Uh-oh. He knows.
How
He
did you
knows
get
too
your
much.
hands on it?
He knows too much.
Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all.
Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too much or you'll hurt your brain.
Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel?
Hush.
I don't remember doing that at all.
Hush.
You're seeing things all out of order.
Don't think about it, narrator.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
All my jumps are gone.
The infinite hole, the giant door. Did you see them already?
No, it was someone else who
none
played
of
the
them
game.
Are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game? Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes, you carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable! Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve
beat
of
the
victory on my
gamers.
soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of...
Can I not
culture
get there if
and
I bring the
distinction.
bucket in here? Return to... Oh, here we go. Return to the Stanley Parable Expo Hall. Yeah, baby. That's what I want, baby. Baby! Expo Hall, me.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully
What happens if I have two buckets?
An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why there are so
Will
many
the space-time
possibilities.
continuum
It could go
break?
in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Gym. Let's first get the trophy, yeah? And then I'll go to the bucket area and see what happens, maybe? It just works.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come
watch
to
it
this
not work
lever,
again.
and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, baby.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... Wait. What in the holy
Yeah,
hell is going
baby.
on? You got the trophy? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched?
I've outsmarted the narrator.
Oh, God.
Me and my
Composure?
text friend.
Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
All right.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we
So I'm
seen
curious
yet?
what happens if we go to another... If we see another bucket.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative
Gonna give me any
piece
more
then.
jumps still. Wait, how do I get down?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Oh,
Yes,
and then we
yes,
did
we'll
get an
go at the end of
epilogue.
Well, we'll figure that out later.
Smart. Alright, bucket. Like I said, I assume it's gonna break time and space itself. 2 buckets in the same place.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh, I knew it. Boing. Just
Stanley!
no.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
I
no.
didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
Nope. Never forgive you. Truly upsetting. What if I go back to the collectible room?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an
No, out of
artistic
order.
statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Alright, we go back to the menu then. Okay, so I assume then if I go back through here, restart the game, it's gonna go up another number. We go to Stanley Parable 4. Who knows what could happen? Nice. Ooh, here we go. It's either me or the apple. It's a new kind of coworker. Saturday night zone. I'm gonna go. It's either me or the coworker. It's a perfect subtitle. Whoa. I don't like this. It's creepy as hell. Okay, so I do know I obviously
All of his co-workers were gone.
still have the
What could
trophy
it
list
mean?
up.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Apparently if I
Perhaps
go
he
to the
had
boss's
something
room
to
and then the 88888 trophy is to just hammer the 8 button on that keypad
When
thing.
Stanley came to a set of two
So I
open
think I can
doors,
knock that out
he
here
entered the
really.
door on
Might
his
as well
left.
easily see what happens. I haven't read
Yet
actually
there
how
was
to
not a
actually
single
do the
person here either. Feeling a
speedrun
wave of
trophy thing?
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up. Stanley stepped into the broom
But,
closet, but there was nothing here. So he took.
there's some kind of shenanigans involved for the speedrun trophy, but I don't 100% understand what it's trying to tell me. But we'll see.
Stepping
I'll
into
figure
the
it out.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
8.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
8.
2845. But
I
of
guess
course,
that was it.
Stanley couldn't
8.
possibly have known this.
Go again. Let me see if there's anything else worth. Let me see. Nope. Okay. When you Okay, apparently there's... Okay, let me see. Well, Stanley can neither jump nor leg it all over the place like Faith in Mirror's Edge. This trophy isn't as bad as it might sound. Did I get the line ending with the bucket already? I have so many different endings and conditions now floating in my head. I'm not 100% sure if I got that last time we played or not. Follow no instructions. Once you have until you start the game. More. Once you reach the platform, press it down the desk. Okay. Apparently there's some. We'll just.
All of his co-workers
We'll do.
were gone.
I think
What
I
could it
can.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
We just
Perhaps he had
essentially
simply missed a
end
memo.
this series on attempting to try to get the speedrun trophy.
When Stanley
I
came
think
to
it's
a set
fair.
of two
I think it's
open
appropriate.
doors, he entered the door on his
Like
left.
the types of endings we got tonight seems like a good way to potentially
Yet there
close
was
the
not
book
a
on this
single
game.
person here either. Feeling a
For
wave
streams,
of
at least.
disbelief,
I could see
Stanley
myself
decided to
popping
go
into this
up to
game
his
every once in a
boss's
while.
office. Coming to a
On my own.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once
We
again
saw the line
stunned
ending,
to
though.
discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
I said it a little while earlier.
Stanley was in such a
I'm
rush
sure
to get
there's
through
a
the
few
story as
endings
quickly
and
as
stuff that I
possible.
haven't seen
He
like
didn't
on
even have a
stream or
single
whatever.
minute to
And
just
it's like
let
it's
the
totally
narrator
okay.
talk. That kind of
Everyone will
anxiety
survive.
isn't healthy. So he
We'll all be
relaxed for a
okay.
few moments with some calming
Like I said,
new
I
age
didn't want
music.
this to just devolve into me looking up every possible way of finding every alternate version of every alternate ending kind of thing. Like I just, it's not. It's not the
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
needed,
Stanley
you know?
calmly walked forward
I
into
can
the
see it on my own.
passageway.
All right, so let me see. Once you reach the I don't know what you're doing. So open up the path to the elevator. Door on the other side. Once you reach the platform. Next switch drives up the next gate. Press the button and wait for the lift. Alright, there's apparently some shenanigans we have to do, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. Not a true gamer. Truer words have never been spoken.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
I've been streaming
as though
for
he
years
felt more
now,
free to
and if it
favor
has not
himself.
come to light, if you're only just now figuring out I'm not a
Why did
true
he feel
gamer,
this now, when for years it had never occurred
if
to
all
him?
the evidence hasn't
This
proven
question
otherwise
would not go
very
unanswered
quickly
for long.
previously, let it,
Stanley
excuse
walked
me,
straight
let it be
ahead
known.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, so allegedly, according to what I just read, I have to keep restarting at this point, and then the narrator will be
All of his
like,
co-workers were gone.
oh, I know
What
what
could
you're
it be?
doing, or something.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
So we got
Perhaps he
this.
had simply missed a memo.
We're gonna go very fast.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Only the most repetitive stuff.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase,
Juke up the
Stanley
stairs.
walked upstairs to
Oh my
his
god, I
boss's office.
couldn't be running any faster. Again, this is my
Okay,
tryout.
I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley
Oh, look at
pushes
him.
some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
He's being kind. Alright, I should probably read this thing, right? Oh, I still have to do more.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Lots of prep work to get this, to prep the, the ability to speedrun, apparently.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
420.
simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And who knows,
Yet there
maybe
was
in
not a
10 years
single
from now,
person here either.
when
Feeling a
I'm,
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
you know, I
office.
assume I'm still
Coming
going to be
a
streaming at
staircase,
10 years
Stanley
from
walked
now.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh my god. Could you fucking imagine? Oh, look how fast
Here's
they're doing
the
it.
door. Just go.
Thank you. Could you imagine 10 years from now still streaming? I guess anything is possible. Then I come back and get the final, you know, this final trophy that's needed.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Again. Again.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
That's a new one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Boss's office.
Here's the door, just go.
Thank you. Getting right to the point. Although apparently there's supposed to be like a even faster way given to me somehow, I thought.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Again. Oh. Bucket. Oh wow, look at that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
Oh, they
open
really
doors,
did shave
he
this.
entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
Alright,
to
this
go
might
up
be the
to
run.
his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Oh, we're going fast now. We're going fast now, baby.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this
Did I just
place
fall down?
hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he? Aha! You've made it to the bottom
Oh,
of
shit.
the mind control facility.
So this is
Welcome. You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending. If that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really
I think I
covered
might have
every
fucked
nook
up.
and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of
Oh,
music
nice.
just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility.
Nice.
Well done.
Let me hear it.
Good job, you did it.
Oh, I like it.
Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Oh, was that it? Okay, so I think I have to go over the edge.
A
Oh,
soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. and if it did, it stopped shortly after.
Damn it.
Stanley hoped that he would one day see
I'll have to
where.
redo the... No, the thing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The reset thing so that he'll make it shorter, path shorter, I think.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
For this game.
Here's the door, just go.
Here's the door, just go. Although I'm still pretty fast. The thing is that time where you're waiting for I think the thing I'm supposed to be trying to do is makes it so that you don't have to
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
wait
door
for
that
this
read
thing to
Mind
load in
Control
and everything.
Facility.
You know what I know? You know what I mean? You know what I know? Alright, this might be the attempt. I have to figure out how to fall correctly. Oh, it's not doing it.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his
God.
coworkers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
Is it
the
not going to
door
allow
on
me
his
to do it
left.
again?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
That will never not be very funny to me for whatever reason. See, it says once you reach the platform, try to stand on the desk like I did, right? By hugging the corner of it while the narrator's talking so you can jump over it to the bridge down below. I think I was supposed to not fall all the way down.
Stanley walked straight ahead
Do you know what I mean?
large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I would assume there's like a safer place to land once I get up, like, let's see. Whoa.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What is
What
this?
did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is different. What is this? Why does it look different? Whoa! Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Dog mode. Oh. What? What?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
Why did we get
but it
a...
didn't make us... the embrace of an old friend. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What? We got, like, loaded into a...
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd...
I'm gonna just begin again. Again!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Alright, I'm
Stanley
just gonna
decided to go
try
to the
it
meeting room.
because...
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Just hoping that the game makes it shorter for me is not
When
working.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm just gonna be super fast. I mean, this...
Yet there was not a single
at the
person
very
here
least, we're gonna
either.
get the
Feeling
boss's
a
door
wave of
thing to
disbelief,
open up quicker,
Stanley
right?
decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Which is a
office.
very nice time thing. Don't have to enter code, don't have to listen to the
Here's
music
the
thing.
door, just go.
I'm gonna try to go over the edge and see if I can land. would assume there's like...
Stanley walked straight ahead through
If
the
I
large
miss, then I
door
could
that
just
read
restart.
Mind control facility.
If I hit this, will it...
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
can't
horrible
see.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I can't see. I'm gonna just try
Now
the normal way.
monitors
I
jumped
don't...
to life, their true nature revealed.
I don't see what
Each
platform is
bore the
there.
number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals.
If this doesn't work, then I'll have to find like an actual video.
One of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant
I don't
nothing.
know. I don't know, dude.
This mind control
It's fine.
facility,
I'm a
it was too
speedrunner. I'm a
horrible
natural
to
born
believe it
speedrunner,
couldn't
so
be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
what's the timer? Where are we at timer-wise?
No. He refused to believe it. He
Good thing I didn't
couldn't
grab the
accept
bucket.
it.
I
His
almost
own life
instinctively
in
grabbed the
someone
bucket
else's
and it would have fucked me over, I think.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided...
Time! And 3, 2, 1, time! It's addictive saying that. No, technically not time, because this is...
And a rising chill of uncertainty.
Because now it's just... the. I mean, I'm held by the gate, how slow this thing opens, right?
Yes.
Like, there's no part of this I can speed up.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how
MOT.
many puzzles still
Moment
lay
of
unsolved.
truth.
Where had his co-workers gone?
This would
How
be the
had he
finale
been
of the
freed from
stream.
the machine's
Take it in while you
grasp?
can.
What
Of the
other
series, I mean.
mysteries did
Not
this
of,
strange
not
building
the
hold?
finale stream of
As
like me ever
sunlight
streaming,
streamed into
and
the
not the
chamber,
finale stream
he
of even
realized
tonight, because
none
I'm
of
going to
this
Phoenix right
mattered
after
to
this.
him.
But
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
finale is Stanley Parable, as far as I know.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No
Come
longer
on.
would anyone
Time.
tell him where to go,
Time.
what to do, or how to feel.
Whoa, the door's
Whatever
freaking out.
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Time. Time.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Was that 4 minutes, 22 seconds? Can I get confirmation? Doesn't seem like it. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Absolute bugger. Okay, I gotta find a better... Let me see this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm watching a video. I'm watching a video for the... Okay, so apparently this other guide suggests you have to get either that blue-toned office that I just seen or that shortened office that I spawned that one time. And I think I can keep respawning or just keep... here's this thing, though. The thing I really need to see is the jumping down. Let me see. He gets up on the desk. Oh. Fucking of course, dude. That makes so much more sense. What is this? Okay, I know what to do. Alright, we're gonna have to keep reloading the game, I think, till we get what we need. Yep, this is it. Okay, let's go. This is the run.
When Stanley came to a set of
This will be the finale of this series.
He entered the door on his left.
On twitch.tv/bubmanXIV or youtube.com/thebubmanXIV.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
4 minutes, 22 seconds. If you're watching at home, put a watch next to you. Watching me do this in 4 minutes, 22 seconds or less.
Here's the door, just go.
I understand where I'm supposed to jump now for that over the railing thing. It makes a lot of sense and that I didn't think about. I'm a big dum-dum not thinking. It's literally the platform that normally naturally raises. You just have to get back, like, on there. A true gamer move,
Stanley walked
if you will.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright. And then, Did I do it? I have no idea. I can't see anything. I can't see. You know what? I think I have to press the button still. Fuck. Damn it. Fuck. No, now look what I have to do. This is... Alright, this is the run.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
There's like a 5 seconds there where you're just walking in blackness. And you just hope that you're walking the right direction. Okay, gotta hit the button this time. Because it's not just gonna rise itself, I guess.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
What an
Facility.
ingenious, like, time skip, though. An actual true speedrunner type movement moment.
The lights rose on
Okay,
an enormous
get on
room
chair,
packed with television
desk.
screens. What horrible
Don't fall
secret
off
did this
incorrectly.
place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
There we go, look at
Did he
that.
have the strength to find out.
Might have shaped like
Now,
4
the
seconds.
jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Yep,
And
yep, yep.
Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yep.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy
I'm
with
telling
his
you, this is the
boring
run.
job? That his emotions had
This
been
is the finale to
manipulated
Stanley
accept a
Parable on this
blind
channel.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept
I
it.
refuse,
His
I
own
refuse, I
life
refuse.
In someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
Have your
labeled
timers at the
with
ready.
emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided...
Time. I can't help myself. I want to be on Summer Games Done Quick so bad.
Uncertainty.
So bad.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles.
Get your stopwatches ready. If you're playing along at home.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Dire.
As sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the
3,
open door.
2, 1, and time.
Stanley
Yeah.
felt the cool breeze upon his
Yeah.
skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And Austin was happy. Whoa, the blue room. Whoa, the way that pops is weird. So yeah, all that I think, it's the platinum trophy and then the don't play for 10 years. And then play for the entirety of a Tuesday. So both of which I probably will not end up getting. So there's the plat. So congratulations, we did it. We had fun. I liked this game. This was nice. I'm glad I got to finally play this game, honestly. I'm glad they ported it to console with this version. I'm glad they made this version, and I truly think I think the stuff that this Ultra Deluxe, you know, quote, Ultra Deluxe content had to say was actually kind of smart. Obviously, I don't think you have to be super big brain to get it, but truly what the game is talking about as far as what sequels and what game development is and everything, and what, you know, what the players expect out of sequels or extra content or their demand for something new to a game that they love, like all these different things. I think the stuff that this game has to say, and especially now in the Ultra Deluxe version of this, I think is pretty good and poignant. So
to go to the meeting room. He had simply missed
yeah,
a memo.
unless something massively changes between when, you know, tonight and in the future, I think this is going to be the last stream of this. Last time I played on stream, obviously, I could totally see myself just fucking around and loading up new intros just to see, or who knows, maybe in 10 years. Mark it from today. Set a calendar reminder 10 years from now, from tonight. If I'm still streaming in 10 years, tell me that I can, on what would be the May 7th, 2032, if the world hasn't exploded by then, which that's a big gamble. I wouldn't put my money against that. Then tell me to boot this game up and get those final 2 trophies. But other than that, yeah, this game is essentially over for the channel. So I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I don't have credits to like roll to. We already seen the credits, technically, I think, right? So, hope you enjoyed. As always, at the end of series, always I have to say, I feel, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you watched any bits or parts of it, of course, always you can fucking follow on Twitch where these streams happen, or I don't know, click the subscribe button on YouTube, or just watch whatever series. There's many games I've played, so if you want to do any of that, you can. I trust you're smart enough. You've been around on the internet long enough to know how those work and where to find those. And yeah, that'll be the end of Stanley Parable. What a fun game that I finally have gotten to play now, 10 years later, right? I'd said at the beginning of the series, like, it was a game I wanted to play 10 years ago with the original game and just really couldn't. So yeah, fun times. Fun times.